All right, quick overview. So I've had a couple of people ask me questions. What is the difference between Big Country Football 2025 and Big Country Pro? Significant difference. I don't know how to say this. They both are different enough to warrant their own book. So that's why they're here. If you want to know the difference between the books, well, this is 7x10. This fits our Candlelight Games library. All of our Candlelight Games books fit the 7x10 size, so they can all sit together on your library shelf or on your bookshelf, and they're all the same size. So, and that's to match Dark Age of Man. So Dark Age of Man is 7x10. So all of our books here are 7x10. This is not. This is 8.5 by 11. It's purposely large format because I added a football field to the back of this book, and where you can tear it out, and I wanted it big enough that you could use a dime and a penny to mark your football in your 10-yard marker. And I also wanted a larger format for me, 12-point, easy to read. I literally just got this in the mail yesterday, so I've been playing my folder version of it, but finally the book came in the mail yesterday, and I was going to do a little look through on the channel, but I haven't had time. But I did have a question. What's the difference? Well, significant difference. I played a lot of this, playtesting it, and then I spent all of 2024 playing it, and therefore refining it a little bit at a time. And on December 18th, completed it absolutely done for what the original Firstborn was. And I made a free version of this available on December 18th as a Christmas gift to the community. You could grab this version, 2025, the most updated, latest BCF 2D20 football game. And then, of course, I provided a book version with color images and a chart on the back in 7x10 format to fit Candlelight Games format. But also, there's a couple of slight tweaks to this that's not the same as the free version, but not enough to warrant buying it if you already have the PDF. Okay. Then I went to work on a pro version, significantly different. When you play the two, you will see immediately the effect. One, this is more purposefully meant to create a era and a version of American pro football set in a fictional 1940s. It is defensive, it is brutal, it is low scoring, and it is completely unpredictable. It's designed to be unpredictable, and you'll find that out if you play, make teams, and make your own leagues and play. You'll find out the results and how the results work. Big Country Pro is designed to be faster, easier, and yield more yardage, yield more points. So this is a little more explosive. It's a little faster. It's a little more exciting. But it's also designed, and purposely the charts are built in a certain way that I can now make historical season sets, and the ratings will be reliable. Right here, the ratings they matter, but there's purposely an Achilles heel for every rating. So even a brilliant defensive line can be had in this version. So that makes it dynamic and unreliable. So yeah, I got a great defensive line, but there is a result that they give up a big run. Right over here, a great defensive line does not have an Achilles heel, right? And so there's a significant difference in how these two games play, and the yardage results and the scoring results. They're well worth it. They're both really they are two completely different versions. And if somebody were to say to me, Jason, pick one, well, I can't, because this was designed from the ground up to represent a certain kind of football. This was designed to give you faster, easier play that's more like pro football, more like a pro football you would recognize. And also, now when I create all the historical seasons that I will eventually rate, they will be reliable for replay. If you grab the 1971 Cowboys, they're going to be rated, and they are going to affect play like the 1971 Cowboys more reliably than they would here. Okay. Last but not least, I had made a spiral bound, coil bound little book for myself last year. That's the one I've been using on the channel, but those are old. All the versions of the Time Sports games in that little coil bound book are completely. They're probably 8 months old, and they're probably 4 versions old. So I have set out to take version 3.5, and I made a large format 8.5 by 11 coil bound book for me. But I've had a couple of people inquire, so I went ahead and made this public. If you want to get the latest version of all 8 Time Sports games in a large format spiral bound coil bound book with high quality paper and ink, And the most recent, literally as of 8 days ago, I updated both the traditional book and the hardback book in the 7x10 format. These are the version 3.5 version of the games. This is version 3.5 large format. And literally as of 8 days ago, these were updated to feature the most recent versions of football, boxing, racing, and basketball. So there's been some tweaks to those games. Not enough to warrant buying these over, but enough to warrant, again, me at this point making sure these were basically the best possible version of all 8 sports that I could do, including some typo corrections and some rule clarifications, but not enough to warrant you buying it over. And anyway, I made this for me. I was about to order this yesterday. I haven't had time, but I put it up yesterday because I needed to get it to fit the 8.5 by 11 format. I wanted to pick the right paper and make sure the paper quality and ink quality for coil bound are what I wanted, using the same cover, slightly different font for the name of the game. And I've said, what the heck, I've had a couple of inquiries. I'll go ahead and make it for sale. Again, the small coil bound is exactly the same price, but I've never made it public for sale. And I can't sell it in good conscience now because I have a brand new version. So it would be ridiculous to sell the older versions of the games, right? So there you have it, folks. That's just a quick update. All the books now fit, all of our Candlelight Games books with updated covers fit the 7x10 format all the way up to Big Country 2025 edition. Then these are 8.5 by 11 large format with large 12-point font for easy reading. The charts are bolded in the book, so they're really easy to read the charts now, etc. And coil bound, so they'll lay flat. You can easily flip and go to your charts, lay it flat, and roll dice. So anyway, I want to bring everybody up to date. But yeah, to answer this question, what is the difference? It's significant. It's significant in how the ratings now impact the charts, and it's significant in how much more production you're going to get from pro football. And it's simpler, it's faster. This is almost a drop and roll game now with only a few, not only a few, with a few key defensive effects now that make this just a barn burner. I absolutely love this version. I played 2 games this morning, and I love it. I just love this version. Very proud of this. This was my firstborn 2D20, the original concepts. The 2025 edition was its final revision of the original concept. And the original concept was literally built from the ground up to be about this fictional region of America and fictional kind of version of what American 11-man football might have looked like in this thing. Brutal, low scoring, and very dynamic in that the results can be swingy. This is just straight up, probably just more fun, to be honest with you. I don't know. I can't explain it. Maybe it's because I played so much of this in 2024, testing it, playing it, revising it. Maybe I've just played so much of this that the pro football version right now just feels like a breath of fresh air, I should say. But anyway, that's it, folks. And have at it if you're interested. And I did go ahead and make the coil version of the 3.5 available for those who prefer to have a book that's more tabletop, game worthy than just a book that you have to bookmark or hold open or whatever. But I do want these games in traditional book for my library. But then I like having a kind of a utilitarian actual playbook. And so that's why I did these for me. And I didn't sell them because I didn't think people would want to buy a coil-bound book for the price that, Lulu. It's not cheap to get high-quality paper, coil-bound, cover, etc. So, all right, everybody, have a great weekend. Enjoy the Super Bowl if you are watching. Bye-bye.